crossed my mind. And it kind of puzzled me because the classroom resembled a church house, and how if we were to take attendance, everybody in here has been to school at least one or 2 days in your lifetime. If we were to take attendance, you know what attendance is. Attendance, you would say things like, I don't know everybody's name, but you would say things like altames, and altames would say here or present. You know, if you're proper, you'll say present. If you get on, you'll say here. And if you say praise team, the praise team will say here. If you say elders, they will say here. If you say deacons, they'll say here. If you say mothers, they'll say here. If you say missionaries, here. If you say musicians, they'll say here. And if you notice that all the ministries and departments of the church are filled, Apostle Wade, but also in this particular class, I noticed that there were 2 seats that were empty inside of this classroom. I noticed that the teacher was teaching, going on about her business. The students were playing, the students were plucking paper and signing notes and passing notes and texting and doing everything that they do in school, and they were going on, but 2 seats were empty. And I said to myself, God, what are those 2 seats? The Lord said to me, that classroom represents the church. They have praise, they got worship, they got shouting, they got dancing, they got giving me glory and honor. They're doing everything that they desire to do. But there are 2 things that are missing from church. And before I give you the 2 things, you know, every person in here that went to school, you know, if you cut school, you had somebody that cut with you. You didn't cut by yourself. If you cut the fool in class, you had somebody that was going to join with you. If you stayed on the stairwell, you had somebody that was going to join with you. So you were never by yourself. There was always somebody connected to you. And those 2 students that were missing were faith and power. Notice that we had a church that was having service. They were praising God. They were dancing. They were giving Him glory. And we're giving Him honor like we were today. The choir was singing. It sang so wonderful. Everything was going good. And I don't want to spoil nobody's party, but if you just be real with me, if you be real with me, most of us in here are shouting and dancing. We're blessing. We're speaking in tongues. And we're slapping our neighbor high five. And we're spinning around and telling our neighbor it's going to be all right. And God's going to work it out in 30 days. And the prophet comes and tell you that the house is going to be yours. And you bless God, and the job's going to be yours, and the car's going to be yours, and everything goes well. But if I were to take a poll in here and ask you how many people really believe that junk that you hear, I would have a whole nother response, because we have become conditioned to clap our hands. We become conditioned to sing songs. We become conditioned to lift our hands and rejoice. But if we're going to be real, there's no real faith in the house of God. If there was real faith in the house of God, we wouldn't have folk in here that are stressed out and worried. We wouldn't have people that are sitting in here wondering how their bills are going to be paid. We wouldn't have people that are sitting here wondering how their body is going to be healed. And I'm not just talking about a pansy kind of faith, but I'm talking about the kind of faith that will raise somebody from the dead. I'm talking about the kind of faith that not only will get rid of the problem in your life, but cause you to live in a place in your life when you never have that problem again. I'm not talking about the kind of faith that will just come and make you touch your neighbor and say, I'm going to be all right. But I'm talking about the kind of faith that will eradicate what you're going through. The kind of faith that when you walk past a person, a condition that has been in their body for 20 years instantly dries up. I'm talking about the kind of faith that even while you're sitting next to your neighbor, the Lord will give you a prophetic word that says to them that the rent that is $892.27 a month, He's going to take care of it for the next 6 months. And you don't wait 6 months for Him to do it, but He does it in the first month for the next 6 months. I wish I had somebody to talk to me. Lean on somebody and tell them we need that kind of faith back in the house of God. I'm not talking about this.